Hi, and welcome to this reading. I am Mystic Marshmallow, and I'm very excited to bring you this pick a card reading today about your soul's wisdom, your soul's guidance, which means guidance from your higher self, from your spirit guides, angels, your ascended team. It's what soul wisdom are you integrating right now, and what soul lessons are you learning? Where is your soul leading you towards? And we have two piles here. Pile number 1 with this spiral fossil, and pile number 2 with the black cat. So you can go ahead and take a moment to tap into your intuition and which pile is calling you. And then the timestamps will be in the description box. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, so I invite you at the beginning of this reading to take a moment for stillness, take a deep breath, and just a moment of silence, as I am going to be starting off the reading with some crystal ball gazing to see if any images come true. Interesting. So there may be something that you're hoping and wishing will come true. There may be something important about the truth coming through. But let me go ahead, and while you breathe, I'm just going to take a moment to see what, if any, images emerge. So I'm seeing a feather. This could be about communication because it almost looks like a feather quill. So something important, and we had the word truth earlier, so it's maybe perhaps some kind of truth that is being spoken, or some kind of verbal or written communication that's going to be very important for you. Okay, and then I also am seeing the image of a sun. All right, and lips. It's like a smiling mouth. Some of these images, I just present them as they are, and I don't necessarily interpret them because some of the interpretation is for you. Okay, and then we have the red string. I've heard before about like the red string of fate or something like that, but I'm seeing that. Okay, and then 3, a triangle with 3 points. So Trinity, the number 3, something like that might be important. I'm seeing cogs and gears, like the cogs and gears in a clock, like clockwork. Okay, and the letter Z, and almost like a Zen gazebo. And I'm also seeing some kind of bird. Yeah, it's a bird in flight. Could represent freedom. Birds are also messengers, communicators, right? Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading with your oracle cards. So we do have the spiral shell here. Spiral is a very ancient symbol, something that you might want to look into the symbolism of the spiral. But we're starting off, I'm going to go ahead and pull this oracle card. We have forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? All right, so I was talking about freedom with the bird. So something that was holding or weighing you down, it's like it's the moment to release and embrace it, or release it, and embrace this newfound sense of freedom. And it's a very joyous experience to be finally releasing these things and letting them go. And forgiveness is an important part of your journey of letting go. We have the number 14 and the full moon, which may be of significance, as well as the rose. Okay, so we have the Queen of Earth, the 10 of Water, and the King of Earth. Wow, that's really powerful to have the Queen and the King of Earth side by side here. And then in the middle, we have the ultimate fulfillment of peace, joy, and happiness. It's fulfillment of the heart. So this really could be about a royal couple. a couple that is very grounded and solid and stable and sturdy, and has very deep wisdom and connectedness, like groundedness. So, wow, we have the butterfly here. So this could definitely be, and we have kind of a spiral-like image there, like I was talking about the spirals. This could definitely be about a power couple. And it also can be symbolic of the union of masculine and feminine within you coming into a greater balance, like the masculine and the feminine polarities of you were out of balance, but now that you've gone through this process of forgiveness and letting go, there's a new balance that's coming in, and there's also a sense of fullness, of that great feeling that you have after you eat a delicious meal. You're cozy, you're snuggled up, and you're just like, ah, life is good. So it's feeling nourished in the spirit, nourished in your soul, and feeling very safe and comfortable in your surroundings. And it's like the fruit. There's something in the Bible about you will know them by the fruits of their labor, or something like that. It's like the fruits of your labor is paying off. Labor could also be talking about fertility in the literal sense, or fertility in a more metaphorical sense of something new is being born, and there's fertile ground, fertile soil. And with the earth, that is corresponded to the earth signs of the zodiac: Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, which could resonate or could not. But we have the oracle card, Imarama. Where are you being called to journey to? Okay, so this really is about your soul calling you somewhere. And it's deeper into, it's like a stepping into a new future, and it's something you had hoped and dreamed for, but kind of felt far away, or perhaps a little bit fanciful. And there may have been three different, I remember now there's the three different points. We also have three different gateways here. So this could perhaps be about three different paths in your life, three different relationships, something like, or even past, present, and future. But it's like one path you're kind of letting go of, forgiving and releasing. Another path is unknown, and you're kind of just leaving it as unknown, and it's okay that you haven't fulfilled that path. There's like a path unlived of something that was a potentiality that could have been, or maybe might be someday, and you don't know, but you're just letting that be and being more okay with the not knowing, and the letting go of having different options in different possible directions tormenting you. Instead, it's a peace about it as you're just walking forward, guided by the light towards where you're meant to be. And this portal in the center, the gateway in the center, really is beautiful and is leading you exactly where you're meant to be. Also, with this being a message about past, present, and future, it's letting go of, miseries of the past, letting go of the fear or the need to control or know the future, and simply allowing more of the present moment to be where your peace is found. And I do see kind of like a dove in the center there, which for me always represents a beautiful sense of peace and connection to the divine. So wow, that's really beautiful. Okay, I'm being called towards that Divine Feminine deck, so let's see what that holds for you. We did have the feminine and the masculine coming through. So we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Iklanda, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. And we have White Buffalo Calf Woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. So as you're navigating this path, letting go of the past, learning not to try and control the future, it's a path that's led by heart. And it's a path that's led by intuition. So you know where, you actually already know and can feel where your soul is leading you towards, and it feels really good. And it's like something that you have to look forward to. You haven't quite crossed that threshold yet, but you're close. And you're really in a process of letting go and disintegrating those crusty kind of things from the past that really weren't working out, which I feel a lot of it was projections from other people and kind of like a mold that you almost had to fit into that was a twisted mold based off of, you know, deception of the ego and other people's issues and angers and projections and all of this. And it's like you, that hardened around you like a shell, but that wasn't really who you were. And now that's kind of crumbling away as you're discovering more of your true self and stepping more into a light of empowerment. And it is like a dissolving. Okay, so just pulling some more cards. Okay. We have the butterfly of transformation. Yeah, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. Liberation is another word for freedom. And the butterfly is very free as it emerges out of the darkness and goes towards the light. And it's like here things are dissolving away and the light around this woman's head is growing. We have Two of Swords. Okay, so a clash of two different ideas, a clash of egos, something that was blocking you and draining your energy. This could be a conflict with another person, an impasse, a fork in the road, but is like a roadblock. But actually it's protection. So even though it feels like conflict or it feels like a block, it's actually protection from what is draining you of your energy, something that you're not meant to be, you know, sucked into. And there is a very like gravitational pull towards this thing that's almost sucking you in. And I'm getting kind of two messages. On one hand, it's like you're being protected from going, your energy being drained into some place that it's not supposed to be. And in another, it's actually you blocking something that you need to surrender to. So if you're having a hard time letting go of something, or you're being pulled towards a path, but you're kind of resisting it, and the gravitational pull of that path that is meant for you is so overwhelming and so strong that no matter how much you fight or no matter how much you resist it, you're still eventually going to be pulled in, and you can do that. And this is a positive thing, right? I said two messages. One was it being pulled in and it's a good thing to block it. The other is, you know, it's something that you actually need to surrender to, because it's just going to happen, and it might even present like a loss or things not going the way that you wanted them to, and you're having a hard time letting go. And you're resisting it. And so it's time to put the swords down and allow everything to be kind of sucked in and sucked away and dissolved and absorbed. And you really need, the more that you allow yourself to surrender and let go, the better. I'm seeing the image of the bird again as I'm just kind of glancing over at the crystal ball. So really, it's normal and it's natural to fight and to resist. But this is something that you're going, like, the universe is destroying what it needs to destroy and pulling in what it needs to pull in. And you just are going to find so much more peace if you just allow yourself to relax and let it happen. Okay. So we have abundance and happiness, strength and success. So a lot of really beautiful things coming in for you, you know, a lot of success and happiness. And you do have a very strong spirit, which allows you to fight, but you also need to know when to let that strength soften. But your strength really does come from a place of courage. And I see, you know, clearly there's some good stuff here, like abundance, success, happiness. So, I mean, that all seems pretty good to me. We're going to end the reading shortly. I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love card and this one. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Yeah, so there is like, I'm hearing like a, of like somebody that's almost crying, or it's like anger or pain or something that you're allowing to surface so it can be sucked away, so it can be released. So just allow that to come through. this is a lot of cards, but love who you are. The only thing real is love, and actions speak loudly. And we do have the woman here on the bird, which with the olive branch, that is about forgiveness. That's about extending that peace and not fighting anymore, letting it go. I mentioned the doves earlier. We have doves here. And we have a hands connecting. So really beautiful, okay? And there's also a kind of spiraling shell there. So I'm going to finish this reading with a card from the Lover's Oracle, and we'll see what that has for you. We have, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So this really is about resolving a conflict with another person. It doesn't have to even be you resolving it with them. It's an internal resolving it, of letting it go. And there may even be things that you do need to communicate or use your voice, but you want to let all those emotions surface and be released. And then you're going to speak with a clearer voice. You're going to speak with a clearer head from a place of love, a place that's bringing in the rainbow after the storm and bringing peace to something that was previously not peaceful. And at the end of it, I do see this balance and this union of masculine and feminine and this like power couple emerging. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, it's important to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So you are taking a pause before doing any kind of communication or trying to do anything with it, just allowing space. And then it's going to be clear when the time is right to act or to move forward. We do have a lot of forward motion here with this woman. This all going in that direction. So you're going to be led. The path forward is, it's beyond even your control or your comprehension, but you're learning how to relax into it a little more. Stop fighting it so much. Okay, so that is the message that I had for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoy. Okay, pile number 2. We have the black cat here. Magic, superstition, the black cat. I'm going to have you take a moment just to close your eyes. Deep breath in. And out. I'm seeing the image of like a phoenix rising. Also saw an image of a snake. And I'm going to take a moment to actually turn my attention towards my crystal ball. So, go ahead and just keep deep breathing. I see a tree. It's like a very nice tree, round bushes, some around foliage that you would like to find some shade and some rest underneath. It's pretty sturdy, solid. Okay. And all these things, these images that come through are symbolic and they're up to your own interpretation. I have a bird there rising up. I'm hearing like lava, molten lava, rocks. It's kind of like there's a bit of a treacherous journey, but then something, oh yeah, and there's like a volcano, like something volcanic, but then also like a peace and a oasis, amidst all of that that I'm seeing about the lava and the rocks. And again, all this is probably metaphorical. Okay, and I do see a fish. Like the breast cancer symbol, and also the Ankh from Egyptian mythology. Okay. Again, the bird. And it's like somebody kind of falling or leaping into the clouds or into a vortex or something. It's unclear if it's a fall or a leap or maybe both. So Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with your oracle cards. So we have, nothing real can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? Okay, and this one, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? We have the Page of Earth, the Five of Earth, dancing above it all, rising above, and the Tower. Okay, so you do have the high ground on something or a higher perspective, and you had to go through your own personal journey to get up there to the top to be able to see things from that vantage point. And there was some like darker moments where you had to deal with your own shadow and your subconscious and kind of like seeing the dark, you know, mysterious part of the basement of this tower that kind of represents the subconscious mind and fears and things. But you're climbing your way up to the top towards victory. Not everyone can come with you, but it's about releasing judgment and knowing that it's okay if other people aren't on that path. It's like you want to bring everybody up with you, but not everybody's ready to be at the top of the tower. Some people need to explore other parts, and that can mean kind of letting go and allowing them the freedom to do so. But there is a sense here with this Tower card that I'm getting about a moment of feeling proud of yourself for how far you've come and your perspective on things that is coming from a higher place. You know, there's a lot that you've had to kind of dance above, like, you know, other people may be getting in little squabbles or having conflicts or, you know, being really absorbed in their ego, and you're having to kind of just float above it and make light of it and bring light into the situation without getting dragged down and caught up in all of that. So you're really the one seeking higher ground here. And the Page of Earth. Something about a child, someone younger, a teenager perhaps, and this could be representative of, you know, something internal, your own child self or younger self, or someone like a young person. It's like somebody has a child, a daughter, son, of younger age that is actually being really supportive and helping them and is like an emotional guide in a way. And you never want to lean too much on your children for emotional support. And again, some of these messages may only resonate with certain people, but it's also like your kid sees your strength and they know that you're going to be okay and they look up to you. Yeah. And they're with you on this journey towards climbing up towards the mountaintop. And so somebody here, I feel, is maybe in a divorced or separated family and had to go through a conflictual marriage or some kind of relationship like that, but it's like you and your child are emerging on the other side of that, victorious and still strong together. So that is a very specific message for someone. And for others of you, this Page of Earth could represent something different. It could be almost like a playful guide, trying to get you to reconnect with your own, well, sense of whimsy and wonder, but also a confidence. It's like, you know, children sometimes have a confidence that isn't earned from years of wisdom and life experience. It's just kind of innate. And so, you know, following your impulses can sometimes be a really beautiful thing. And we do have trust the niggle here. So trusting your intuition to follow your impulses. Okay, and letting go of past versions of yourself, and also just negative kind of people from the past, but you're seeing with clearer vision now. And nothing real can be threatened. So there is something that feels threatened, feels like it's not going to be safe, like you need to protect it, like you're worried about it, it's stressful. And so, you know, Spirit is saying it's okay. It's not actually threatened. You're not threatened. You're protected. You can rise above this and you can find shelter and safety and higher ground. So even if a storm washes through the valley and it's an intense storm that's, you know, ripping things up and destroying things, you're going to be safe up on higher ground so long as you choose that. I see here, you know, like the pregnant woman's belly. So there really is something here for someone about parenthood. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more messages. And she's holding her belly there too. It could almost be like, oh, it's like hurting you in your gut, or you can almost be sick to your stomach with worry, or you can be germinating. I mean, literally, in the case of pregnancy, it's a human being, but that can be a birth of new ideas or a new sense of confidence in yourself. Determination. Look at this mountaintop and the determination. I was just talking about like climbing the mountaintop, finding higher ground. And there you are. We've got this peak in the background of this card here, which is where I was talking about the mountain peak. And then we've got it repeated again here. So this is your determination to get up to the top and to rise above. And we have intuition and hunger. Again, the belly. Somebody's having like belly aches or stomach issues, or it's the symbolism of the, you know, the mother's womb being pregnant with possibility of something that you're really hungering for that can come to fruition. This message is kind of funny because it's convoluted, but you are being asked to trust your intuition here. That's a very clear message that's coming through twice. And we have the purple card of the crown chakra, and then a hunger. You know, it's that hunger and that drive that gives us determination. So you're hungry for something, for a better way of life, for new knowledge, for a new way of doing things, and your determination is what is going to get you there. Okay, so we're going to pull a few more cards. Trust your path, really. Again, intuition, trust the niggle, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Let go of that anxiety and trust the path forward and that you're going to be okay. And we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. This card says, how can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? This card says, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Two different decks, both talking about creating heaven on earth. So this is allowing you to trust that what you're creating and the new life that you're bringing in, and I'm seeing this like powerful bird like flying, is going to be very heavenly. I'm seeing an elephant, which represents wisdom, a lot of other things, but it can happen. Like, your dreams are not impossible, and whatever challenges or setbacks you've been through, don't let that dissuade you from your vision of what your life can be. And I am seeing this like a jaguar, which I don't know if we had anything like that on the card, but we do have the cat here. So, all right, let's see. I'm gonna pull just a couple more cards for you. One here. I kept talking about this bird flying, and we've got this bird soaring above. You are really soaring above all of the chaos and the darkness and emerging, and there's a judgment call that works out for you. Like, when you make that decision from a place of strength and a place of power, you really do rise above all of it. Okay, so I think that's coming to a close. Let me think if there's any more. I am going to pull just one more card for you, my love. It's going to come from this deck again that we had at the beginning. Oh, okay. Well, apparently we're going to have 3 cards. The how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? You guys, they're like screaming at you to listen to your intuition. Everyone is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? This relates back to what I'm saying, like you're on this path climbing up this tower and you wish that everybody could come with you. But some people are on different parts of the path. Some people are exploring different parts of the tower. So stop focusing so much on other people's, helping other people, getting them to where they need to be, and just focus on your own journey. Turn your worry into wonder and surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? Yeah, so that worry, that sickness to the stomach, all of that, we're letting that go to allow for dreams of a new, like a new earth, a heaven on earth, what you're creating for yourself, which can actually be really beautiful for you, and I want to say, and for your children, for those of you that have children where that message resonates. Okay? All right, so thank you so much. That is the message that I had for you, Pile 2. Sending you so much love and so much light. Please subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. Mwah.